What does God have in store for 2025? This is going to be a year of judgment and recompense. What do I mean by judgment? A lot of you have suffered at the hands of people who have done evil. They have relished in evil. And the Bible talks about people laying on their beds and plotting evil. And you've been the subject to such evil. And the people who have been behind that behavior, behind inflicting suffering upon you, this is the year. 2025 is a year that there will be retribution. But what I will remind you of with regard to the retribution and the vengeance that comes from God is that the Bible talks about not rejoicing when they get what they've got coming to them. And I have to remind myself of that, right? Because sometimes people do things and they are relentless with their behavior. They are relentless with their lies. They are relentless in deceiving those around you in order to impact your reputation. And so sometimes as God begins to move in vengeance, it is easy to say to yourself, aha, aha. But the Bible warns not to do that. Do not relish when that hammer falls on them. But the other thing I'm going to admonish you with regard to is do not try to step in the way of the bullet, so to speak. So when you see that retribution start to fall, do not step in the way. God wants you out of the way. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. And that is one of the things that 2025 is going to bring. I mentioned recompense. Recompense is paying you back. I know that it can be said that all that any of us deserve is hell, but recompense is a payback. Some of you, God has promised you many things. And in 2025, you will see the beginning of the fulfillment of those promises. You probably have already started seeing the foundation being laid back in September of 2024 when that Jewish New Year turned. As we moved into that Jewish New Year, you probably, because that fall is kind of a harvest time, and it's not just a harvest time in the natural with farmers, but it's a harvest time spiritually. So the foundation was being laid very earnestly as far back as September, October. You saw an acceleration toward December. And then now that we're in, so to speak, the Gregorian calendar of 2025, you are really going to see the manifestation of many of God's promises. 2024 was a year of exposure. A lot of your enemies were exposed. A lot of things around you were exposed. A lot of people got exposed. 2025 is a year of God's vengeance falling upon those who caused you much suffering, as well as recompense, meaning the fulfillment of the things that God has promised to you.